Just 1 year after his debut, Ryback was proving to be an unstoppable force.
Into the shell shock!
But this ruthless superstar may have bitten off more than he could chew when he looked in the direction of the world's strongest man.
Rather uncomfortable moment between Henry and Ryback.
Over the next few weeks, Mark Henry and Ryback would find themselves at a standstill while trying to prove which was indeed the strongest.
Here's a man who may be just as strong as Mark Henry.
Tonight, two of the most powerful men will prove who is the strongest.
Who will win this test of strength?
And with a no contact clause in effect, the tension between these two behemoths was reaching its boiling point.
So Mark Henry against Santino Marella here.
I know you're mad, but you of all people know we have a no contact clause. Besides, nobody wants to get their hands on you like I do.
What will happen when these two colossal powerhouses collide at WrestleMania?
It is going to be a collision, a battle of the behemoths. Mark Henry and Ryback. Who's the king of the WWE's jungle?
The following contest is set for one fall. Approaching the ring first, from Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
As Gorilla Monsoon would say, King, we're about to witness the unstoppable force take on the immovable object.
Yeah, and listen to this crowd. They are fired up for this gigantic Clash of the Titans. And you know this man, Mark Henry, has been on showing the entire WWE Universe that he is the baddest man on the roster.
From Sin City, weighing 291 pounds, Ryback.
It's the first WrestleMania for that man, Ryback, and if you've seen his insane workout on WWE.com this past week, you know that he's ready for battle.
Well, I saw it, and I agree, Cole. He looks ready to go. But can he avoid the induction into Mark Henry's Hall of Fame?
Mark Henry, a former world champion, checks in tonight at 412 pounds.
Now, wait a minute. Actually, Mark told me he's really not that big. He said the camera adds a few pounds.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's your excuse. Anyway, Ryback goes 291, and you're looking at not only the most powerful men in WWE, but the entire world.
Later tonight, CM Punk attempts to be the first superstar ever to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
And of course, Mark Henry took his turn in attempting to stop the dead man streak in a casket match back at WrestleMania 22. In the end, though, it was Undertaker picking up the win to go 14-0. Ryback turns the tide.
Well, that's one way of getting out of trouble. The headbutt. Wow, that'll take the wind out of Ryback's sails. Mark Henry wants nothing more than to add Ryback to the Hall of Pain here tonight. And he looks to be off to a good start.
When the world's strongest man gets on a roll, how do you stop him? How do you turn the tide?
Well, quite simply, you don't. You just hope he makes a mistake that you can capitalize on. And now it's Mark Henry with momentum.
Of course, this match taking place in the shadows of New York City, the site of the first ever WrestleMania.
And who would have thought on that night that WrestleMania would be back nearly 3 decades later in front of more than 80,000 screaming fans?
WrestleMania truly has turned into a spectacle unto itself. And if you remember, that first WrestleMania also featured 2 massive men squaring off when Hall of Famers Andre the Giant and Big John Studd battled in a $15,000 body slam challenge.
Oh my gosh, I'll never forget the sight of Andre the Giant.
Oh, and he's cut off as quickly as he was coming back. It's over just like that.
2 weeks ago on SmackDown, General Manager Booker T instituted a no-contact rule between Mark Henry and Ryback, so he put together a bench press challenge. Who could do the most consecutive reps at 225 pounds? Mark Henry went first and did 53.
Yeah, and then came Ryback. And once Ryback hit 53, Mark Henry stepped in to make sure the human wrecking ball didn't break his record by forcing the bar down across the throat of Ryback.
And of course, Mark Henry got away with it due to a technicality. He never actually touched Ryback. It was the bar that he came in contact with. It was just a few days ago on SmackDown that Ryback sent an emphatic statement to Mark Henry when he handily defeated both Primo and Epico in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Yeah, that was impressive, all right. But what about Ryback's resounding move by Mark Henry? You know, I think it shocked Mark Henry that Ryback was able to equal him on the bench press.
And Ryback just whipping Mark Henry into the corner. And the powerhouse Ryback now stalking the world's strongest man. And King, Mark Henry may have met his match.
You're right about that. We've wondered for months who could stop or even slow down Mark Henry. Well, look at this!
The meat hook clothesline.
That put Mark Henry flat on his back.
And how can Ryback capitalize? Can the big guy capitalize?
Well, you can tell from the look in Ryback's eyes, he's ready to end this match.
Ryback is stalking Mark Henry. Is he going to be able to do this, King? Is he going to be able to get that 400-pound frame up on his shoulders for shell shock?
Shell shock coming up, and he's got him!
He's got him! I can't believe it! He's got him! He's got him!
Mark Henry is his... Whoa.
Oh, Mark Henry grabbed the top rope.
Now both Ryback and Mark Henry are down. Oh my God, what's going to happen now?
Uh-oh, trying to put him away.
That's it. He's out.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
That's a move that'll knock you out cold.
Drops the elbow.
There's the cover. Can he?
And Ryback powers out.
Ryback's in trouble. He was able to reverse that. He's putting those educated feet to good use. Oof, man. Look out! Headbutt! Oh!
Trying to get under his opponent's skin with this one.
And there's an elbow drop! Boy, he is really tired now. That tank of his has to be reading empty.
It has to be, King, but I still don't see him giving up.
Oh, that's devastating.
Give me a break. There's no need for that.
Whoa!
He's measuring.
Done it. Mark Henry is knocked off Ryback.
Oh, wow. What an impressive massive victory for the world's strongest man.
From Olympic star to superstar.
My name is Mark Henry.
A man who's battled on an international stage.
And I'm known as the strongest man in the world.
An unstoppable force of unparalleled devastation.
I'd like to welcome all of you to the Hall of Fame. Mark Henry is dangerous.
Intensity and destruction. A human demolition machine. He's gigantic. He's enormous. Oh, my Lord!
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, world's strongest slam. Unbelievable. Shocking.
I'm gonna tell you about the Hall of Pain. There's broken bones, broken careers, and broken hope.
A lifetime of glory and a legacy of pain.